Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Nick's Top 5 Games at DSP Productions. Alright, that was horrible. Alright, but anyway, we're gonna start with our top 5 games here. I don't know how Oscar's gonna edit, who's gonna go first, but this is my top 5 games. I'm Lucky Green, aka Nick, and let's dive in. Alright, so I have a list here. I should have brought the games, but I don't. Alright, so a few honorable mentions. I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna put it in there first. First game is Star Wars Battlefront. You know, I've been a Battlefront fan since it came out on PS2, and once this got announced, I was really looking forward to it. My favorite one is Battlefront 2, just because. But this is what got me upset they didn't implement it. Is I really like the Clone Wars era with the droids and the Republic can't speak. Yeah, with the droids and the Republic. And with this one, it's just right now it's just the Rebels and then the Empire. I had a brain fart, and I heard that they announced that it's just they're focused on the original trilogy, which is, you know, Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope, and Return of the Jedi. Which, I mean, I love those because those are the classics and stuff. But you know, I really, the prequels are my favorite because that's the story. That's how it all started, and that's why I really love the Clone Wars. Plus, those are the first ones I watched, because I mean, I don't remember what years the originals came out, but I don't think I was alive then. I think Return of the Jedi came out by the time I was alive, but I don't remember. Anyway, but Battlefront makes it on the list because it is Star Wars Battlefront. It still has that feeling, bringing me back to childhood and you know, reliving and playing the Star Wars era of video games, and I do have a lot of fun playing that game, especially with friends, and I'm looking forward to all the future content that DICE will release. And the next one is Halo 5. You know, I just got into Halo this year. I just got an Xbox One. I played the Master Chief Collection. I actually have a 360, and I played Reach, so I have that, and I have Halo 5, and you know, it's Halo. What else can you say? It's one of the biggest FPS back in the day, and it doesn't have that impact that it did before. Like when you thought of Xbox, you thought of Halo. Everybody on Xbox Live was playing Halo, and that's what Xbox was. It was Halo. And now it just doesn't have that feel. But anyway, Halo 5 is an honorable mention because that game's a lot of fun. The multiplayer is great. The campaign was meh. You know, it had that false advertisement, but that is not speak of that. And then the next one is Black Ops 3. This Call of Duty, you know, I think this one is the full next gen one, because it was it was developed entirely on next gen, like fully. I mean, Advanced Warfare, I don't think it was fully next gen. I mean, they say it was, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it was entirely developed on the next gen consoles. But this one was built. It feels built from the next gen consoles from the ground up, and you know, the multiplayer, it's nothing to speak about. But the zombies is what I love, and I cannot wait to see what they do with the zombies DLC. And the multiplayer is whatever, but I have fun with it. And yeah, Black Ops 3, an honorable mention. And the last one, I just started playing it, so I've played it for maybe about 5-6 hours, and that is Fallout 4. This does not make it on my top 5 because it's just it feels like a walking simulator, my boy, because all I've been doing is walking around scavenging for stuff, and then I get bombarded with enemies whenever I stream. If you go onto DSP Productions Twitch and you watch one of the Fallout 4 streams, all you're gonna see me do is yell, "What is that?" And I'm getting attacked by like 4 or 5 different enemies. I literally had to switch the difficulty to very easy because I kept getting killed and there was nothing I could do. And but today I had the most fun with it because I switched it to very easy, Laugh at me all you want. I don't care. I have, you know, I've beaten. I'm on my 3rd Bloodborne boss. 3rd. So, anyway, today I had a lot of fun playing it when I did my first mission. So yeah, Fallout 4 is that's the last honorable mention I have. All right, and my 5th game. Okay, now we're diving into my top 5, and this is my 5th game. I'll have you know right now that Fallout 4 was the 5th game, but it was until midnight when the clock hit midnight, and I was on the PlayStation Store and I saw this deal of an extravagant game called I Am Bread. I Am Bread is just such emotional storytelling of a game. So many features, so much depth in this game. I can't explain how much. Oh my god, so much content in this game. Like, you start off as a bread, and you have to make it through these obstacles in life, you know, and just feel the experience of being bread. It's just you start, and then you have to make it. You start on one side of a room, and you have to make it to another side of the room and become toast on each side. And this game is just, from the point of the other room when you have to make it to the place where you have to be toast, there's just such a deep, saddened story in between, coming through all the obstacles you have to you overcome while trying to become toast. And this game just has such an immersive experience. Like, when I think next gen, I think I Am Bread. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's my top 5 game. I Am Bread. I don't know that game saved my gaming career. Like, I don't know, I was feeling so stale until I purchased I Am Bread. Like, I don't know where I'd be right now if I did not play I Am Bread. There's just you play I Am Bread and you feel the depth that was put into the game, the heart, the blood, the sweat, the tears. There's just so much to do in I Am Bread. You gotta play I Am Bread. And this could have easily been my #1 game, but I haven't played it enough. I had to take a break because the story is just so saddening, you know. You can't play it all the time, you know. You just can't. Anyway, I'm sorry I'm getting emotional here. Just play I Am Bread. And it has such an emotional impact. It'll change your life. It has such an emotional impact on you. Alright. Let's move to, sorry. Let's move until my top 4, my 4th game of 2015. And it is The Witcher 3. Also, another reason this game is not higher on my list is because when I got it day 1, but it's just, when it came out, it was broke. It felt broke, and the frame rate was awful. I forgot what these enemies were called, but whenever they spawned, my game would just lag, and then I just get hit and I die, and it was unplayable for me. But they've been patching it, and now it's playable. I've been playing a lot of the side missions, the main quest. Now I'm feeling like how great this game is. The open world, the world is huge. The scenery, the detail put into the world map is just beautiful, and I can't wait to play more of it. I've been doing a lot of side missions lately because I want to level up and stuff before I move on to the main story. Plus, I'm playing a bunch of other stories, so I don't want to overload myself. But yeah, The Witcher 3, my top 4th game of 2015, and my best third game of 2015 has to go to Rocket League. And Rocket League is just such a fun game, especially when you play with friends. You know, you could play that for hours on end, you know, having fun with team doubles. You could 1v1, 3v3, 4v4, you know, and they're constantly updating the game. Right now they have a hockey hockey theme, which is fun. I didn't think it's not as fun as I thought it was gonna be, but it's still a fun thing to play, something different. But Rocket League, you know, it's just, you don't get bored of it. I mean, I'm sure you'll get bored of it playing by yourself, but if you're playing with friends, you'll keep having fun. You know, it's very hectic. It's a good team-oriented game, and what more can I say? Rocket League. All right, my second best game of 2015 goes to Bloodborne. Bloodborne, I just got it on a deal during Black Friday, so I've just been playing it, and so far I'm on the third boss. It's some spider boss. I forgot the full name. I think it's the Blood Feasting Spider. Anyway, that game just presents such a challenge. You know, I love the gothic look of the game. The graphics are just beautifully. The art is just well crafted. You know, the graphics and the art go together. You know, when they put into the game, it looks so beautiful. The detail with all the whole world and the blood and all that, it just looks beautiful. It's just so dark. The depth in the game, you know, when you have to the story is not like they tell you. You have to look at the notes, and it's in, I hate using this word, but it's in the lore of the game. You know, you gotta look, the story is not presented to you. You gotta look for it. You know, and I like that. That's a good challenge. And especially the bosses. The bosses are, you know, I've never played Dark Souls, so I guess this is my first introductions to a Souls game. So, yeah, this game presents such a challenge to me, and it really shows what kind of gamer you are. And I'm not a casual. I'm telling you that now. I've defeated both bosses, the Cleric Beast and Father Cheeks. And yeah, Bloodborne, I can't wait. I'm gonna beat this third boss soon. I just haven't had time. It's not that I've been dying. I've played it. I've fought him maybe 4 or 5 times, but I just haven't had time to play him. But I'm gonna start getting on that. I'm gonna beat him, and I can't wait to beat the game. And I gotta play the Old Hunters DLC too. But yeah, I love the gothic environment and the depth in the game. And it's what was that? And it's just such a beautiful game. And yeah, that is my second game of 2015. And my number 1 game of 2015 goes to Rise of the Tomb Raider. And now Rise of the Tomb Raider is just, okay, let me start. If it was not for Tomb Raider Definitive Edition being free on the Xbox One for gold members this year, I probably wouldn't have gotten Rise of the Tomb Raider. But when they put it free, I've been wanting to play Tomb Raider, the Definitive Edition, or doesn't matter, the original, the Tomb Raider reboot. I've always been wanting to play that, but I never got myself to buying it. But it was finally free, so I downloaded it and I played it, and I couldn't stop playing. I was hooked on that game. The way the game feels, the way it runs, it feels like a true adventure game. and the thing with the Tomb Raider reboot, I mean, I didn't care much for any of the other characters besides Lara Croft, and the story was kind of mediocre. But with Rise of the Tomb Raider, that takes the core gameplay of the Tomb Raider reboot and just blows up the story to you get so put into it, and it just makes you feel like wow, what, this just happened. And you feel a connection with the, well, not a connection with the, well, I'm not like, oh, I feel a connection, but like you feel something for the characters, like when they die or whatever, or when they do something for Laura, you know, you care for the characters. Unlike with Tomb Raider, you're like, oh, that guy died, who cares? But with these characters, you know, they were way better developed. The open world is just beautiful. I love the challenge tombs, and then all the armory with Lara Croft's arsenal. I love playing with the arsenal, with all her with their weapons and all that. The gameplay The gameplay just felt very smooth. The graphics were beautiful. It really took out the power, took out everything that the Xbox One, I believe, had to offer. And it's just made for a beautifully designed open world with excellent missions and challenge tombs and looting. And Rise of the Tomb Raider is just a fantastic game. I still want to replay it till this day. I want to do all the... I just need like 2 or 3 more challenge tombs. And yeah, Tomb Raider is just an addictive game for me. And I'm glad I purchased it. Anyway, that has been my top 5 games of 2015 with those honorable mentions. And yeah, play I Am Bread. It'll change your life.
What is up, dudes? It's Oscar, and I'm re-recording this top 5 because, you know, I was dealing with a few interruptions, but we're here now. And my top favorite games, I'm gonna rename it because, you know, top 5 is like, you know, best games. No, I'm saying my personal favorite games. So we're gonna do top favorite games of 2015, and I'm gonna do honorable mentions last. So yeah, let's get started. At number 5, I have WWE 2K16. And it was a last second addition to my list because it was a last second addition to my list because I don't know, I've been playing it a lot recently, and I just think it deserves a spot because the last year's WWE 2K15, it was lacking a good amount of stuff, and I think they brought it back in 2K16. So very fun game, giant roster. I wish they had, you know, better selection of characters. Nobody wants 5 Steve Austins. Like, what the fuck is that, my boy? Anyway, yeah, so a very fun game. If you haven't played a wrestling game and you want to get into it, I recommend WWE 2K16. Number 4 on my list, which may be a shock to all of you, Super Mario Maker. And a lot of people would be like, Oscar, why isn't it number 1? You're a Nintendo fanboy. No, it's number 4 because the levels are hot ass. They're hot ass. But you know, it's not the fault of the developers, but it is a major component in Mario Maker. It just happens to be that, you know, there's a lot of poop levels. There are, you know, a few gems every now and then, but like 90% of it is legit trash. And yeah, it hurts me to say because it's a really good game. You can make levels, you can play people's levels, but with that being said, trash. And yeah, so number 4 on my list, Mario Maker. I love you, Mario Maker. I love, you know what? The event courses and the pre-made courses that the Nintendo people have made, those courses were really fun. But then you hop on the course world and it's a different story. Anyway, number 3 on my list, which was originally gonna be number 1. Splatoon. Anyway, Splatoon is number 3. In the beginning of the game, it was lacking a lot of stuff, such as maps, weapons, maybe? I don't know. It was missing maps and game modes. That was the majority of this stuff. And yeah, so so there was like 5 maps at launch. There was like 1 game mode. I don't know. There was a lot of turf war, man. A lot of turf war. And yeah, so eventually, you know, Splatoon now it's a must-buy if you have a Wii U, in my opinion, because you know, the game is so much fun, the mechanics are so awesome. It's just a unique, you know, Nintendo shooter. Like, when are you gonna hear that, Nintendo shooter? It's a third-person shooter. It's dope as hell. It's probably the best shooter I've played all year, and not just because it's a Nintendo. It's because it's innovative as hell, and I enjoy it. Now, why it's ranked number 3 on my list is because, you know, this kind of has to do, it's kind of like a Mario Maker thing, but the teammates you get paired up with, my lord. The other team is like elite as hell. They're like, yo, 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 and you know, they're calling out, and your team is just like, and yeah, you just get, unless you're playing ranked battles with your, you know, with your team. Unless you're playing ranked battle with your team, you're just gonna be paired up with weird random people, and the majority of them aren't good. Every now and then you know, you get a really good player, and I personally consider myself a really good Splatoon player. Like, I am good. I can get kills. I can do objective. Yo, if you have a Splatoon squad, hit me up. We going pro, baby. Anyway, yeah, number 3, Splatoon. Now number 2 on my list, Nick had it in his top 5, Rocket League. Now Rocket League, it was originally number 3. I moved it around, and Rocket League is number 2 just because, you know, it's one of the most fun games I've ever played. Not just 2015, in general, like in my whole life cycle. And it's just, it takes a weird concept, soccer with cars, and it works somehow. It's just very fun. You know, you have a blast. When you're playing alone, it's not as fun, but with that being said, it's still pretty damn fun. And when you have, you know, friends, teammates, it's just that much better. And, you know, as Nick mentioned, 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, 4v4. It gets hectic when it's 4v4. And it's really fun. So, Rocket League is dope. You know, they've had some DLC. I think it's fairly priced. You know, you do get what you pay for, which is, you know, a good amount of content. Some cars and whatnot, decals and everything. But that Back to the Future DLC, my boy. One car, not customizable at all. What is that about? And that was like the same, like that was like $4, I think, $3.99. $4, right? Yeah, I mean, I get it, Back to the Future, you know, everyone loves it. But that car was overpriced. If it was $2, then, you know, that's a different story. Because it could have been $3 if you allowed customization, but you could only change the color of it. You only had one color. And I would have, you know, preferred to customize that car more because it's a really cool car. And yeah, DLC is awesome. Rocket League, I love it. The hockey update, not as fun as I thought it was going to be. I prefer ball. But they added the mutator settings, and you could just do a crazy amount of stuff with that game. So if you don't have Rocket League, fortunately for me, I got it during, you know, when it was getting popular because it was free on PS4. But Rocket League is $20, I believe. Get it anyway. It's a dope game. You're gonna have fun with it. Recently, I've been playing 1v1s. I've been shrekking people. I've been getting shreked. You know, close, emotional games, everything. Rocket League is just dope. Like, I really don't have anything bad to say about the game. That's pretty much it. But my number 1, and this is what? What the hell are you saying? No. My number 1 game not of all time, of 2015. It's a game that I picked up that I've seen it before and it never really seemed interesting to me until I actually bought it. I was like, what the hell, I'm gonna buy this. Shovel Knight is God. I love Shovel Knight. Okay. Shovel Knight is, I can't even put it in words. If you don't have it, what are you doing? Get the game, alright? It's dope as hell. The characters are amazing. The dialogue is so funny. Gameplay is amazing. Music, oh my god, the music is so good. And yeah, $15, like what a game. You get so much, you know, content. You know, the levels are really long. There's not tons of levels, but they're really, like, you know, beefy levels. That's the best way I could put it. It's just, there's nothing about Shovel Knight that I can say I don't like that. No, I like everything about Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight is, it's up there. And considering it's a 2014 game, you know, we were allowed to have one game on our list that wasn't a 2015 game, but we played in 2015. And this spot belongs to Shovel Knight because I just gotta say, play it, please. Buy it and play it. It's the best. It's so good. I had it on Wii U originally. I recently bought it on PlayStation 4. So I bought the same damn game, same damn price, because it's that good. So play Shovel Knight. It's, God. So yeah, that is my top 5, Shovel Knight. So we're gonna go from 5 to 1. WW 2K16, Super Mario Maker, Splatoon, Rocket League, and Shovel Knight. Now, as far as my honorable mentions go, let me whip up the list real quick, boys. Alright, so, I only have 2 honorable mentions. One is, they're both games that I recently picked up. One game I was just like, what the hell, why not, right? Witcher 3. Now, the reason I have this on my honorable mentions, I had it as number 5, but I haven't played enough of the game to, like, formulate my great opinion. So far, that story, I love the movie. Witcher 3, great movie. Anyway, yeah, too many damn cutscenes. Like, I felt like, because the reason I have it as an honorable mention and not in the list of you know, my favorite games is because the story, I hate playing it. Like, I don't know why. It's not a bad story, I love to actually play. So I can't just, you know, watch. And but the free roam, once you know, you just do whatever you want, that thing is a blast. And yeah, the story, I wasn't digging it too much, but then, you know, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do some side missions, I'm gonna do some contracts, I'm just gonna, you know, go looking for stuff. And that was super fun. Roach! This homie Roach. Roach is atrocious. That's all I gotta say. Goddamn Roach. Okay, I was fighting a contract, right? And, you know, I'm using my, you know, my signs. I was like, shoot, magic trap, boom, boom, boom. I press X to evade, and I hop on Roach, and I almost die. I'm like, Roach, what the fuck are you doing there? What are you doing, man? Roach is... Roach. Anyway, the free roam was great. Herbs, you know, I love collecting herbs. They're really damn hard to find, though. Like, it doesn't tell you where you could find one, you know, either location-wise or environment-wise. So, you know, you have to look it up online. Hey, where do I find this herb? But, yeah, great free roaming game. Side missions are awesome. Contracts are dope. The game's freaking beautiful. And I'm not one that, you know, likes to pay too much attention to the graphics because I like the gameplay a lot, but that game is damn beautiful. And yeah, the story is the reason why why it's an honorable mention, not my top 5. Not that the story's bad, it's too many damn cutscenes. And I get it, it's an RPG game, but Jesus Christ. Anyway, my last honorable mention is a game I just picked up. Earthbound. This game would have been my number 1 if it wasn't for the fact that Shovel Knight was in this list, because I could only have one game that wasn't a 2015 game, and I think, you know, because I've only played Earthbound for like 5 hours, but I beat Shovel Knight. I've completed Shovel Knight, and Earthbound, this is probably one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had, because you know, recently I haven't been digging, you know, the games I've been purchasing. I've been trying a lot of games out. I've bought games. I don't know, I'm just getting bored of it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy one more. It's gonna be Earthbound. Everyone praises it, I have no idea why. But when I played that game, I realized why it gets so much love. Because, you know, the characters are so amazing, the art style, I love it. The gameplay, it's so smooth. The music is good, the dialogue. I actually like talking to people in this game. I like going around, seeing what people have to say and interacting with them. Which is just weird because it's like the complete opposite of The Witcher. And yeah, Earthbound is just... Damn, I'm in love with this game. This game is... And I'm pretty sure it's... With only the 5 hours I've spent in this game, it's already top 3 favorite games of all time. It's just that good. It's that damn good. If you haven't played Earthbound, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person on the planet that's a Nintendo fan that hasn't played Earthbound by now. And yeah, Earthbound is super dope. And my favorite thing about it is that I've never been interested in turn-based combat, but because I always thought it looked boring, right? I saw Final Fantasy, I saw Earthbound, I'm like, dude, this thing looks boring. Like, this combat looks weird. I'm in love with turn-based combat. This combat is amazing. It makes me sad that it took me this long to try Earthbound out, but I'm glad I did. And I'm praising this game like it's my top of the list, but it's just an honorable mention. And once I complete Earthbound, I will tell you my full, you know, opinion on this, but damn, what a game. So yeah, that's my top 5, or favorite 5, and honorable mentions. So hopefully you enjoyed my list, and yeah. Roach, though.